In the heart of ancient India, where wisdom flourished and knowledge thrived, stood one of the greatest centers of learning the world has ever known, Nalanda University, a place where seekers of truth traveled from distant lands, where debates shaped ideologies, and where the echoes of intellectual brilliance once resonated through its vast halls. Welcome to Nalanda, the world's first residential university, a beacon of knowledge that inspired generations. Welcome to Heritage Unfolded, where culture and history come alive. Today, let's dive deep into the history and legacy of the great Nalanda University. Established in the 5th century CE during the reign of Kumaragupta I, Nalanda University rose to prominence as the epicenter of learning in Asia. Nestled in present-day Bihar, this institution was more than just a center for Buddhist studies. It was a hub of diverse knowledge, attracting scholars, monks, and seekers from across the globe. Under the patronage of the Gupta rulers, King Harsha and the Pala dynasty, Nalanda flourished for nearly 700 years. Nalanda was the first fully residential university in the world, with over 10,000 students and 2,000 teachers living on campus. Its curriculum was vast, covering Buddhist philosophy, Vedas, Sanskrit grammar, logic, astronomy, mathematics, medicine, political science, and the arts. Admission was highly competitive, ensuring only the best minds could enter its sacred halls. Teaching methods combined oral traditions, written scriptures, and rigorous debates, shaping scholars who would go on to influence civilizations. Nalanda's fame reached far beyond India. Scholars from China, Korea, Japan, Tibet, and Central Asia came here to seek wisdom. Notable figures like Xuanzang and Yi Jing left detailed records of Nalanda's grandeur. The renowned mathematician Aryabhata is believed to have studied here, along with Buddhist scholars Dharmapala and Shilabhadra, who shaped the philosophical discourse of their time. At the heart of Nalanda was Dharma Gunj, the mountain of knowledge. One of the largest libraries of the ancient world, it housed thousands of manuscripts on Buddhism, Hinduism, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy. Its 3 grand buildings, Ratnadadi, Ratnaranjaka, and Ratnagraha, were treasure troves of knowledge. But this magnificent repository met a tragic fate. In 1193 CE, the great Nalanda University fell to the sword of Turkish invader Muhammad Bakhtiyar Khilji. Bakhtiyar Khilji was a military general of Qutb al-Din Aybak, the first ruler of the Delhi Sultanate under the Ghurid Empire. Originally from Turkic origins, he arrived in India in the late 12th century as a small-time soldier, but quickly rose to prominence due to his ruthless military campaigns. His strategy was brutal. He aimed not just to conquer, but to erase the cultural and intellectual heritage of the regions he invaded. In the late 12th century, Bakhtiyar Khilji led a devastating invasion into Bihar and Bengal. His target was not just the ruling elite or the armies defending the land, but also the centers of knowledge and culture that had flourished for centuries. Among his most infamous acts was the destruction of Nalanda University in 1193 CE. Khilji, like many other invaders of his time, had a clear objective: to establish Islamic rule in North India. But beyond territorial conquest, he believed in dismantling the knowledge systems of India, particularly Hindu and Buddhist scholarship. Nalanda, as the greatest intellectual center of its time, became a prime target. According to various historical accounts, Bakhtiyar Khilji and his armies stormed Nalanda with little resistance. The monks and scholars, mostly unarmed, were caught off guard. What followed was a night of horror. Thousands of monks and students were massacred, their bodies left in the ruins. The great library, Dharma Gunj, was set on fire. The flames are said to have burned for months, turning thousands of manuscripts into ashes. The 3 great buildings of the library, Ratnadadi, Ratnaranjaka, and Ratnagraha, were reduced to rubble. Monasteries, stupas, and temples were desecrated, their sculptures defaced or destroyed. The attack not only ended Nalanda's glorious existence, but also led to a centuries-long intellectual darkness in India. Tibetan Buddhist texts later lamented that a sea of knowledge was lost the night Nalanda burned. Persian historian Minhaji Siraj, in his chronicle Tabakat-i-Nasiri, noted that Khilji plundered and destroyed all that stood in his way, leaving nothing but ruins. Chinese traveler Yi Jing, who had once studied at Nalanda, wrote that it was a place where knowledge had reached the heavens, a legacy now lost to fire and bloodshed. Ironically, despite his military conquests, Khilji's own end was inglorious. In 1206, after suffering from an illness, he sought medical help. When Hindu physicians suggested treatment based on traditional knowledge, likely the same knowledge he had tried to erase at Nalanda, he refused and chose to rely on Islamic medicine. His health worsened, and he was eventually murdered by his own men in a conspiracy. After Nalanda's destruction, Buddhism in India declined rapidly. Many monks fled to Tibet, Nepal, and Southeast Asia carrying fragments of what remained. India's knowledge system suffered a huge setback. With the fall of Nalanda, Vikramashila, and Odantapuri, intellectual stagnation set in for centuries. The site of Nalanda was forgotten for nearly 600 years until British archaeologists rediscovered its ruins in the 19th century. The destruction of Nalanda is often regarded as one of the greatest intellectual tragedies in human history. It was not just a building that was burned, it was centuries of accumulated wisdom, innovation, and learning. But today, with the revival of Nalanda University in 2014, India is once again reclaiming its lost intellectual heritage. The question remains, can we ever truly restore what was lost? But the real revival began in 2014, when the Indian government, with international support, re-established Nalanda University, rekindling its legacy with modern disciplines like Buddhist studies, ecology, history, and international relations. Spread over 12 hectares, the ruins of Nalanda reveal a sophisticated campus. Monasteries where monks once lived, grand stupas dedicated to the Buddha, vast classrooms, lecture halls, and even an advanced water management system. Its intricate brick architecture showcases the grandeur of ancient Indian urban planning. Nalanda was not just a university. It was a symbol of India's intellectual and spiritual might. It inspired other great learning centers like Takshashila and Vikramashila. Its legacy lives on, reminding the world of a time when India was the epicenter of global education. As we revive Nalanda today, we reconnect with a past that shaped the very foundations of knowledge and civilization. The flames of Nalanda may have burned its walls, but they could never extinguish its spirit. The echoes of its wisdom still call out to us, urging us to reclaim our intellectual heritage. As we step into the future, we must remember, Nalanda was not just a place. It was an idea, a dream, a civilization. And that dream lives on. If you found this journey through Nalanda University fascinating, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights into history, culture, and civilization. See you in the next video.